Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Midweek Mobility. This is Dr. T here. I am going to talk about shin splints. So this is a very common injury with runners. And non-runners get it too, but it is more common with runners. So what happens is you have pain, usually on the tibialis bone itself. But where the pain is not usually where the cause is. So the cause primarily comes from a number of push and pulling going on. So either a stiffness in the calf complex, which is your gastroc-soleus, and or a weakness also in the front muscle area, your anterior tibialis, and posterior tibialis muscle that controls the arch, helps support the arch anyway. So when you got really stiff, tight calves, it creates a weakness anteriorly, which puts more pressure and stress on this tibia bone. Okay, so as Kelly talked about in his Ready to Run book, there's this windlass mechanism that allows for absorption. And when you have stiffness and weakness going on, the absorption doesn't happen as easily. So what you want to do, how you can test if you've got adequate length in these tissues, which is the first thing, right? Mobilize first, then work on the motor control, is you look at your position in the pistol. So can you get to the bottom of the pistol, okay, with an active foot and a good hip external rotation? This is testing your soleus, okay? Now look at that angle, note that angle there. My heel is down. I'm going to go ahead and stretch, get into a kind of a calf stretch position. Can I achieve the same angle with my calf, my lower leg? Yes. So I know that both the one joint, soleus, and the two joint, the gastroc, are okay. Now, how do I test the strength of this anterior muscle? Well, I can go ahead and just walk on my heels. Okay, so that anterior tibialis muscle actually, helps create dorsiflexion in my foot. So it also controls the plantar flexion, eccentrically lengthening plantar flexion when I run. Okay, so this muscle is actually very important. It can get very fatigued. Okay, it can get very fatigued because, one, this is most likely inhibiting this muscle to do its job, right? So allow it to do its job, free it up to do its job. And the last thing is this foot position. If you were to test the length of the anterior tibialis, sometimes that can be actually stiff. Way to test that is go ahead and sit back on your heels. So this is also a test that you can see in the Ready to Run book by Kelly Starrett. But if your knees bother you, you can go ahead and sit up. But what I'm looking at is can the top of my ankle hit the ground? Okay? Yes. Last thing is foot position. Okay? So one of the common problems is that people get lazy with their feet. Okay, so I have relatively flat feet. I have a drop navicular. I've got buddies. I got all sorts of things going on. But it doesn't give me an excuse to be lazy with my feet. Okay, so going like this pronated position, not good all day long, as well as this overly supinated position all day long is also not good. Okay, so I don't want my heel to be turned in or turned out too much. Okay, so I want it to be pretty neutral all day long. So my feet aren't gripping the ground, but my arches are lifted. Neutral foot position is key, okay? So this allows these muscles to biomechanically be more efficient. So with that, I want you guys to go and test yourselves, work on the length of that gastroc-soleus complex, work on the strength of that anterior tib, help yourselves. If you still have questions or are experiencing pain in these areas and have shin splints, please give us a call, and have a great day.